Hey guys, Dr. Brady Salcedo here, and welcome back. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. If you are a young entrepreneur, you're just getting started with your business, you're trying to create a side hustle, you're trying to get more freedom, or you're trying to live the laptop lifestyle, I want to share with you my top 10 favorite books that have absolutely revolutionized the game for me, especially in my 20s when I was just getting my businesses started and helped me build multiple six figures of income. I'm going to share with you the top 10 books that absolutely changed the game for me. Now, there's two things I want to mention before we get started. First off, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on the latest content we got coming out, because we're going to keep doing more and more. Number two is most of the books I've read are actually on my Kindle. I love the portability of a Kindle. I take it everywhere when I travel, go on vacation. So I don't always have them in hard copy. I only have a couple here in hard copy, but most of my favorite books are actually on my Kindle, but I will include an image here. And with that being said, these books do not contain affiliate links. I'm not going to be getting commission off these books. There's no side link, backlink going somewhere with anything like this. These are really books that have absolutely changed the game for me, and I want to share them with you today. In this video, let's get the ball rolling. All right, so let's work our way down the list. The first one that I have for you is Think and Grow Rich. Now, I know a lot of videos will mention this book and a lot of entrepreneurs mention this book, and there's a really big reason for this, especially as you're just getting started. If you are a new entrepreneur, you're a young entrepreneur, one of the biggest roadblocks for many of us is the mindset. And I know there's lots of tactics out there. There's lots of different strategies. There's lots of tools and resources at your disposal. But if you don't have the mindset behind the way that you need to think and the way you need to operate and the way you need to live your life and actually being able to think bigger, it is going to be a constant roadblock in your life, not just in terms of your everyday life, how you set up your days, how productive you can be, but also in the decisions that you make. You are going to hit inevitably roadblocks. You're going to hit inevitably fear. You're going to inevitably hit doubt. You're going to be more self-conscious. There's a lot of roadblocks. I really say entrepreneurship is more like personal development. You're hitting roadblocks head on and you're plowing right through them. Think and Grow Rich is a powerful book to help you start to think differently and start reading some more stories about how people have been able to create amazing lives of impact and influence. And Think and Grow Rich is a great starting point. That's why I like Think and Grow Rich as the number one spot on this one to get started. Number two is How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm trying to get the more cliche, the top recommended books out first, and then we're going to get into some more fun stuff. But How to Win Friends and Influence People is a really amazing book because it really teaches you the power of your network. It really teaches you how to communicate with people. When you get into your business and when you start meeting more people and networking, it's very easy to think so much about your business. And one of the things I love about Think and Grow Rich is it thinks more beyond just what you are trying to accumulate in terms of your business, what you're trying to do with your business, the people you're trying to meet. It really teaches you to be a person first and care about the other person, and gives you really detailed strategies on how to build relationships. Many entrepreneurs will tell you that relationships and your network estimates your net worth, and those relationships are so important. And if you don't know how to win friends and you don't know how to influence them in a positive way, you're not going to be able to get the results that you want. It's really, really powerful, and I love this book for that, and it's one of the great starting pieces to that. Now, this leads me to book number 3, which is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. Now, this book is fantastic. I just recently stumbled upon this one, and in this book, John Maxwell really sets up the idea that leadership is influence. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I'm more of kind of the behind the scenes kind of guy. I run an online business, so I'm not out front with people. Leadership is all about influence, and that's the whole purpose of his book, is understanding that leadership is being able to influence and being able to influence people. And it really gives the 21 laws behind leadership. And I really love this book because if you are an entrepreneur, essentially most of the time you are a leader, whether it's for your business, in your community, or you have bigger and grander goals of what you want to do as an entrepreneur. You need to learn leadership skills, and this is an essential book, I think, for every entrepreneur to read, for your business, for your life, for your relationships, and so much more. All right, so let's get into some fun ones now. Number 4 is Building a Story Brand. Now, I love, love, love this book. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to learn very quickly that there's power in stories. There's power in being able to tell a story, and your business needs to be able to tell a story. And Building a Story Brand is by Donald Miller, and it's really an amazing book that outlines How do you use a story to tell what the mission and the purpose is for your business so that somebody can immediately hear what your mission is, they can hear your story, and immediately understand everything about what they need to know about your business that's important. And this is a really fantastic book. I love this book. I've actually read this 2 or 3 times now because it's just been a revolutionary change in the way that I think about how I communicate my business to not only my clients, my customers, but also how I run ads, how I write my copy on websites, landing pages, sales pages, because I want to be able to use my story and use the story within my businesses to be able to communicate that in a valuable way to my customers so that when I tell it, they immediately understand everything they need to know that's important for them to make a sale. And this is really, really important. That's one of the reasons I love building a story brand. He writes it in such an easy way to understand too. I know you'll love it. Make sure you go pick this one up. I love it. Number 5 here is breakthrough advertising. Now this book here, I actually have in hard copy. And this book right here is going to cost you a pretty penny to get this one. But I tell you what, it's one of the most valuable books that I've ever read. It's really much more than just an advertising book or a marketing book. It's a psychology book. It's understanding what are people thinking when they go from just a viewer of your ad into a customer. What's needed? How do you communicate through words? Copywriting is really salesmanship in print. And this is so, so important because if you are going to communicate, and most of the time for most of you, you're online entrepreneurs or in some way, shape, or form, you are using online marketing, at least I hope you are. And if you're doing that, you have a website, you have social media, you have landing pages, you have sales pages, you have all these different ways that you communicate. Breakthrough advertising is a great way to understand how somebody is influenced and the psychology of what's going on underneath marketing and advertising. Really, if you follow online marketing at all, this is the #1 book that I've seen recommended by most online marketers because it's so powerful and it's for many, the ultimate guide and the ultimate textbook for online marketing. So really highly recommend Breakthrough Advertising. Number 6 is a little bit of a different one. This one's called War of Art, and this is by Stephen Pressfield. It's an amazing book that I've really come to love. And it's a really easy read, but it's something that's going to keep you motivated as you go through. And it talks about the creativity and the war of creativity and art and what it takes to be a real entrepreneur and to create success in your life. And it's a really fantastic book that I've just really loved. This is something that I would put on your bedside every single night and just read a couple chapters. He breaks it up into small chunks, so as you're reading, you're getting these little bite-sized pieces every single night. And it's an incredibly inspirational book, and that's why it's a bestseller. So I highly recommend you read that one. Number 7 is Rich 20-something. Now this is a very interesting book. It's not one that's very popular, I would say. You're not going to see this in many videos out there, but this is by Daniel DiPiazza, and it's a fantastic book. Daniel, if you're watching this, you're the man. Thank you so much for writing this book. And this one's really great if you are just getting started. You're thinking you want more freedom, you want to live a laptop lifestyle, and you want more creative ways of understanding how do I actually go from where I'm at now, whether you're working in a brick and mortar job, you're working in an office space, whatever it might be, and you're looking for ways to create more freedom in your life, you're looking to live more of a laptop lifestyle, and you want to figure out how this is done, this book is a fantastic way to do it because it really lays the essential groundwork for how it's done. It's going to give you so many ideas on how you can create your ideal source of income. So let's say you want to make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. He really does a great job of this book of giving you the options, the ideas of what it would take to get you from where you are now to where you want to go. And he really lays it out in such an easy way to understand that I think when you read this book, you're going to immediately go, oh my God, it's so much easier than I thought. And it's going to give you the groundwork and the steps to go through that process. So I love this one. If you're just getting started or maybe you're not even sure where to go, highly recommend Rich 20-something. Number 8. One of my favorite books of all time is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. And this is the story of how Nike was built. I love reading biographies. I love reading autobiographies of people who've been successful, whether it's the Rockefellers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but one of my favorite ones is Shoe Dog. And this is one that's been written so well, and it's such an inspirational book when you read this and you understand what's gone on to build some of these major companies like Nike, Google, Apple, things like that. When you read this story, it's going to get you so fired up. And it's one of my favorite entrepreneurial biography books. So if you're looking for more biographies to read and success stories, Shoe Dog has to be on the top of your list. There, go pick that up right away. Number 9 is The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. I love this book for one reason, is he gives so many details on how to structure your lifestyle to become successful. This is by, I'm going to totally butcher his name, Vishen Lakhiani. He's the founder of Mind Valley. And he gives the story behind how he built Mind Valley, which has become an incredibly successful business and company. But also beyond that, he gives very detailed steps on how you can really think about organizing your lifestyle to be successful, not just in terms of financially, but in your health, in your mindset, in your emotional state of mind, in your relationships. There's so many ways that he breaks this down that made it so easy for me at the time. I think I read this in my early 20s. And the way he broke it down was so simple to understand that if you're someone who's still trying to figure things out, and you're trying to figure out how do you set up all these pieces of your life to really build wealth, not just financially, but in every aspect of your life and have a significant amount of impact, the Code of the Extraordinary Mind is a great building block to that and really going to help you set yourself up in the future as well. And then the last one here is actually going to be two. I'm actually going to give you two on this one. And there's a reason why. And the first one is the one thing. Some of you might have heard of this one. Really, this is a great one because it really busts the myth of multitasking and really the power of focus. And this was the first one that I read, and it really did a great job just understanding that multitasking and putting all your energy in multiple different spaces is not going to be the best fit for you. And there's a main reason why. If you think about a hose, if I take a hose and I spread it out 100 different ways, it's not going to be as powerful as when it's a focused laser beam stream, right? We want focus. And the one thing is the first step to that. And then another one that I like as a follow-up to that is Deep Work by Cal Newport. This is more of a recent book, but Cal Newport does a great job showing, okay, once you have focus, and what do you do with that? What does it mean to have focus? And Deep Work is understanding how to take a focused mindset and actually bring that down to daily activities and how to focus all of your energy into one single thing. It's really kind of the handbook for focus. If one thing is really getting the overall concept and understanding of what focus is and the power of focus, Deep Work by Cal Newport is really the foundation. It's really the handbook of like how do you go about actually building focus into your lifestyle and making that into results for your life in whatever avenue you want that to be, whether it's in your business, your personal life, your relationships, whatever that is. And it's a fantastic book that I think those two together, if you're trying to build focus and you're trying to get like a laser beam and get things done, those are two great books that I highly recommend for those. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoy those book recommendations for you. If you like this video, make sure you give that a thumbs up down below. And if you're new to this channel and you like this, make sure you subscribe because there's gonna be more stuff coming your way. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next show.